I don't think necessarily isn't a win now moment, and I think it's because of the culture and the coach. I think this is my favorite trade that's happened thus far. The real big three, I call them. You have Fox, you have our boy Wemby, and you have Chris Paul for however long he stays. What do you think about that trade? I do like the new look of the Spurs. They're like sleeper, but I think they may go all the way.
I was surprised that the Spurs didn't have to give up that much to get De'Aaron Fox.
Ooh,
they didn't really give up. They didn't really
True.
give up nothing. They still got Fox. They got Vassell. They got Stephon Castle. They're a rookie. They're good without Chris Paul, bro. I think Chris Paul said he got like 1 or 2 more years. He's leaving, but I think the acquisition of De'Aaron Fox kind of puts him in the same position with Oklahoma City Thunder. You have your Chet Holmgren, you have your Wemby. You have your Shy, you have your De'Aaron Fox. So it's kind of like, you know what I'm saying, then you got your Stephon Castle, and then OKC has Jalen Williams. You know what I'm saying? So they match up really well. I think De'Aaron Fox, now I don't think they're done either. I think the Spurs need one more player, one more star player there, and it'll put them over the top. But I do like the move. I think it makes them a lot better. It makes a lot of sense. They're young, they're athletic. They are currently, correct me if I'm wrong, I think they are definitely not in the playoffs yet in the standings.
Oh, it's the second year in a row I think they have a losing record. So that's why I said I don't think it's a win now, but I do see them dominating in the years to come, you know?
Yeah, but my thing is, even Skip Bayless said this, why are they not winning games? Because we see Wemby, we see Wemby put up 30 and 15. It's like, hey man, like you don't got no scrubs around you. Like, you don't got like no scrubs. Like, you got some dudes. You should be winning more games. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's gonna come down to not just being talented, but Wemby, can you actually win games?
Yeah,
you can be talented all day. The difference between LeBron and these other dudes is LeBron got talent and LeBron know how to win games.
That's the difference between like a LeBron and a Luka, where I think this puts pressure. Not to go back, but it puts a little bit of pressure on Luka in terms of he has to get that ring. Every superstar that's ever gone to the Lakers got a ring. But to your point with the Spurs, to switch sports, it kind of reminds me of like the Detroit Lions. I think they're putting the pieces in place where in the next 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 years, they sneak up on you, and now they're in the Western Conference Finals every year, and now they're going to the final. It reminds me kind of like what Boston did. Boston, it wasn't just like right away Jaylen Brown and Tatum were hot shots and great. Wemby, this is the second year, and he's showing spurts of excellence. Just add a little piece here or there, maybe some more experience. They got Greg Popovich, the best coach in all sports of all time, in my opinion. I think give it a year or two, and
what I like. Last point I want to say on that: the Spurs are doing something they never did before. Remember, the Spurs were usually like homegrown. They developed like Tony Parker, Ginobili, Kawhi
in house.
For the first time, they actually said, "You know what? Let's go out and actually get like a superstar." Now I know they had DeRozan, Chris Paul, but I mean like actually going out and getting a young star.
Yeah, that's fair.
They're starting to show like, you know what? We got to switch it up a little bit. So I feel like if De'Aaron Fox and Wemby look good together in this offseason, the Spurs can say, you know what? We have all these young players. Let's trade to get let's get an Anthony Edwards. I don't think Anthony Edwards is happy in Minnesota. After they traded Karl-Anthony Towns, they're not that good. Julius Randle was still hurt. Rudy Gobert can't make a layup to save his life. I think eventually the Spurs are gonna, say, you know what? Use some of our draft picks, our assets, and try to get another star in there. And when they do that's gonna be a huge problem right there.
That's facts.